Banks besieged by depositors seeking their money. Rumors are rife that billions of US dollars have left the country in recent years. But what is increasing the anxiety of some of these people is the introduction of bond notes. These notes, the government insists, can function like a currency, having the equivalent value of a US dollar without actually being a currency. However, they have no value whatsoever outside Zimbabwe. Introduced to address the liquidity challenges, many fear it's an attempt to reintroduce the Zimbabwean dollar, which was destroyed by hyperinflation several years ago.
That US dollar is buying plenty of things. For a dollar, you can buy a loaf of bread. But if you find the bond notes, if they come after 3 or 4 months, it won't even buy even a sweet.
The government insists that the notes are not a replacement for the US dollar, but part of an incentive scheme for exporters. The new bond notes are backed by a $200 million facility provided by the Pan-African bank Afrexim.
Because this economy is losing money in terms of externalization, capital flight. People are holding US dollars. So we cannot bring a facility all the way from Afrexim Bank to liquefy looters.
In Hungwe, in the west of Zimbabwe, Southwest is one of many small-scale gold mines that are not operating at the moment. Its owners have pinned their hopes on the new scheme. The mine made millions of export dollars in the past, but its equipment has been lying idle for the past 9 months.
The 5% export incentive being offered to exporters, it's anybody's guess because we are closed, we are not working. Who gonna access that 5%?
Back in the capital, Harare, the industrial area of Southerton is quiet. The pressures of an economic meltdown have forced many companies to relocate. Exports are down and many buildings are empty. This is one of thousands of companies that have closed shop in the last 5 years, throwing many workers onto the streets. With little or no production, the Zim dollar might never return. But now with the bond notes, it's quite a good idea to some, but with not much production, it's quite scary to others. Experts feel the bond notes may provide a boost to exporters, but are by no means a cure for Zimbabwe's economic woes.
If implemented correctly, I think the bond notes will help Zimbabwe boost exports and help alleviate the pressure that's being put on our trade balance. I think Zimbabwe suffers from a huge trade deficit.
Confidence in the country's economy is low, and skepticism around the new bond notes and their consequences is high. This week, the Ministry of Finance slashed Zimbabwe's economic growth forecast for this year. Exports in the first quarter fell 13%. While bond notes may help that a little, the overall problems still weigh heavily on the country's economy.